Ademola Lookman has handed in his transfer request. The whole situation is a sad one. I initially did not want to talk about it, but then at some point, seeing the whole progress of the whole thing, I decided that it is, necessary for us to actually come out and defend our brother in time of need, such as this. What is the challenge with Atalanta releasing, Lookman to a club, a better club where he can perform, and do better for himself? Try a new challenge. What is the problem? What is the problem? You no longer love this guy. You no longer want him to play for you. Allow him go. You are disrespecting him on a daily basis. Allow this guy live. Because he missed a penalty, they started, disrespecting him. Imagine your own coach, Gasperini, his own coach, went out on the media to say that Lookman is the worst penalty taker he has ever seen. Imagine, is Lookman the first person to miss a penalty? Remember, this is the same thing they did to Osimhen at Napoli. These Italian clubs, I don't know what the problem is. The same thing they did to Osimhen at Napoli is the same thing they are doing to Lookman. Because Osimhen missed a penalty, they went on to abuse him on the official handle of Napoli. They abused him. Even after helping them secure the Scudetto that they have not won since the time of Maradona. They couldn't appreciate him. He was the best player of the season. They couldn't even appreciate him. Instead of them appreciating him, they went and appreciated Kvaratskhelia and posted the picture of Kvaratskhelia and appreciated and praised him, and left out the person who helped them, single-handedly helped them to that position. What about the situation with Lukaku? Lukaku was racially abused in the field of play. He did not say anything, and when he got the winning goal, he celebrated in front of the fans. What happened? The referee gave him red card. The referee gave him red card. After the pains that these fans have caused him, he managed to get the winning goal, and for him to celebrate, to tell them that whatever you said did not, mean anything to me. Instead of the referee to allow this guy, if you want to even punish him, give him yellow, he gave him red card. Lookman tabled a very long epistle about his, transfer request. But then there is an important part, which is what I want to read out to us. It says that there have been numerous clubs approaching Atalanta in the past and have previously always stayed loyal. However, myself and the ownership of the club have been in agreement that now is the right time, and that the club were clear with me that if a fair offer came in, they would allow me to move. Despite now receiving an offer in alignment to what I believe had been discussed, sadly, the club are blocking the opportunity for reasons I do not understand. And as a result, after many months of broken promises and what I feel has been poor treatment towards me as both a human being and as a professional footballer, sadly, I feel I have no choice but to speak out for what I believe is right and feel that enough is enough. You see, for him to come out to say that he has been poorly treated as a human being, that tells you that he is being abused in many ways. He's being abused in many ways. Okay, the owner of Atalanta, instead of him to come out to say something reasonable, just watch what the owner said. The owner of Atalanta came out to say that the pact with Lookman was made 1 year ago when we rejected 20 million euros from PSG. That means PSG has already come for him, and he would have been among this team that won the treble with PSG. They denied him that. We told him, we will let you leave in 2025 for a super top club and not in Italy. Now, the situation with Inter is different, and as always, it is us that is deciding. Imagine the statement of the CEO. He said, and always, it is they themselves that will decide what happens. You can imagine this arrogance. And they now went and imputed that he will not be transferred to any Italian club, but he will be transferred outside Italy. Can you imagine these people? The same thing they did with Osimhen, with all those restrictions that they placed, that Osimhen cannot sign for any Italian club for the next 2 years. Osimhen cannot sign for any Italian club. This is the kind of treatment that, African players get from these Italians. What about the Koulibaly case? Koulibaly was called a monkey in the field of play. A monkey in the field of play. A monkey in the field of play. What about Balotelli? What about Balotelli? The list is endless. The list is endless. They continue to abuse, they continue to denigrate, they continue, to disrespect African players, even though African players contribute massively to their growth. They continue to disrespect these players. And I think it is time we call them out on their bullshit. I think it is time, the truth is spelled out, and these people are, sanctioned for this nonsense that they continue to display. This nonsense that they continue to display. Look at how poorly they have treated many African players. Look at how poorly they have. Look at even Prince Boateng was asked on an interview, and he said that it is becoming too much, and there is need for extra measures to ensure that these things do not continue. And he suggested that referees should be given the power to stop a match if, such is heard. This is the level at which African players have been abused in Italy. This needs to stop. And Atalanta and the CEO of Atalanta needs to ensure that Lookman is allowed to go and try, adventure in a new place. He should be allowed to go and try adventure in a new place. This is no longer funny. It is no longer interesting. It is no longer looking good. It is no longer looking good. He should be allowed to leave. That is how they continue to drag. But when you want to buy players from other, countries, you get these players easily without all this stress. But other countries, other people want to get players from you, you continue to stress these African players. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable, and this kind of treatment is preposterous, to say the least.